Welcome to my channel and welcome to this video dedicated to Beltane. We'll learn together in the first part its history and myth. That way we will learn the correspondences of Beltane, the deities, the colors, etc. that we will use in the second part to set up your own altar in a kind of do-it-yourself way. There will be a lot of ideas and you can pick whatever you want. And in the third part we will know how to amplify the effect and benefits of your altar through examples of prayers, rituals, invocations, and also a special spread for Beltane made with oracle or tarot or both, like I will do. This video is based on the book, that's the French one, but you get the English version, and so we will learn together what is Beltane, and that's the first question. What is Beltane? The greater Sabbath of Beltane is the cross-quarter day falling roughly halfway between the spring equinox, Ostara, and the summer solstice, Litha. Its celebrations are most often held beginning at sundown on April 30, also known as Walpurgis Night, and ending at sundown on May 1st, October 31 through November 1st in the southern hemisphere. Beltane, or Bel's fire, may have been originally connected to the worship of the solar god Bel or the Celtic god Belenus, and later known as the Greek god Pan, or as Cernunnos, the horn god, but also as the legendary Green Man who, at the time of Beltane, has taken the form of a young man ready to mate with the lunar earth goddess, or triple goddess, the Greek Hecate, or the Roman goddess Diana, who appears in her youthful, sensual maiden aspect, ripe for fertilizing. This is why this Sabbath is a time to celebrate love, light, and sexuality. And more generally, it's a period of vitality, fertility, and growth. Beltane is a time when flowers begin to bloom and green plants enjoy a growth spurt. It has its roots in the ancient Roman festival of Floralia, held in honor of Flora, goddess of vegetation, flowers, and spring. Flowers have always played a prominent role in Beltane celebrations. Fresh and colorful flowers were scattered on the threshold of the home, or displayed in a vase, in a basket, or even in a pot or a cauldron. Garlands and wreaths were made, and yellow flowers were most often used, being the color symbolic of both fire and the sun. Fire, symbol of Bel, also seems to have played a big role in Beltane ceremonies. The Beltane fires were sacred and believed to have magical properties. Their flame, their glowing embers, their ashes, and their smoke were all believed capable of granting health and protection. Fire wasn't the only element believed to be especially potent at Beltane. Water, symbol of the triple lunar goddess, was also thought to have supernatural power. It was widely believed that the Beltane morning dew was infused with magical powers capable of preserving youth and enhancing beauty. Another enduring Beltane tradition was the maypole. Originally decorated with ribbons and flowers, the traditional maypole was often placed at the center of town. After it was erected and decorated, dances were held around it in the belief of inviting growth, fertility, and other springtime blessings. And this tradition has continued over time and through the various changes up until today in some regions, especially in the countryside. We will precisely learn in this video how to create your own mini maple centerpiece for your altar. We will keep it simple by using simple stuff, and it won't take more than a few minutes of your time. Our modern Beltane is a composite of many different traditions, a blending of cultures, beliefs, and customs reflecting a common urge to welcome the coming of May. It's essentially a celebration of light and warmth, so open the curtains, pull up the shades, throw open the windows, Let the sun shine in, let it light up your altar. The altar we are now going to set up together. In this part, we're gonna learn how to set up and decorate your Beltane altar. Since Beltane is essentially about love, light, and the joy that good weather brings, I decided to set up my altar in a natural environment, but this is not required. You can use any support for your altar, a coffee table or a side table, and so on. You just will have to cover it with a light cloth of seasonal colors like the green I chose in honor of nature, but yellow, white and brown work too as well as pink that evokes love. In order to set up your altar, don't hesitate to bring Mother Nature in your home with green plants. They will reflect the vitality and growth of the season. Try to find other seasonal colors for each accessory that will adorn your altar, like for your candles. Pink candles will be chosen as a romantic symbol, and green candles will be used as a sign of fertility. Gold or yellow will be used to honor Bel, the solar god. White and silver will help celebrate the moon goddess. Since the main purpose of Beltane's decoration is to highlight the beauty of nature as much as possible, do not hesitate to decorate your altar with a multitude of flowers, symbols of life and beauty. Daisies, roses, violets, lily of the valley. Because of their sunny color, yellow flowers will also be particularly recommended. Or just use very colorful flowers. You can make them overflow from a basket, you can make garlands or wreaths of flowers like the goddess Flora that my altar celebrates. But other goddesses such as Freya, Danu, Rani can of course be celebrated. In a wider sense, one can celebrate the spirit of Beltane like I do here with the help of this corn doll, which will embody the spirit of Beltane according to an age-old tradition. You can also easily celebrate the romantic encounter of the solar god and the lunar goddess with fire and water like I do with this floating candle. Alternatively, you can place on your altar a recipient full of water and light a gold or yellow candle right next to it. You can also place a frame with the image of the deity you are honoring, like I do with Hecate. She will symbolize the triple goddess, and Cernunnos will personify the solar god. But other gods such as Balder, the Green Man, Ra, and so on can of course be honored too. To complete your altar, you can add offerings, incense, but also stones and crystals. Some will be particularly recommended for Beltane. Regarding stones and crystals, I will advise the beautiful emerald stone, the really green malachite stone, this heliotrope pebble. Heliotrope means sun turn, but it is best known as bloodstone. The citrine crystal, you will recharge it with solar energy by placing it on your altar. Remember that your altar should be exposed to the sun, eh? The orange-red carnelian stone, and finally the rose quartz in the shape of a heart here, because love is in the air during Beltane festivities. Please feel free to add potpourri, essential oils, or incense. Use fragrances of jasmine, pine, mint, rose, or lemon. You can also place drinks and food offerings on your altar. You can offer a white or rosé wine, but cider or grape juice will also do. Milk and dairy products are also recommended, and seasonal fruits are also welcome. To be complete, your Beltane altar needs now its final touch, its major symbol, a maple. So let's make a mini maple in a do-it-yourself way to help you create a very simple decoration that will bring an even more typical Beltane touch to your altar. In order to create this mini maple, you will obviously need a stick long enough to plant it. And to plant it, you will need some garden soil. You will put this soil in a container or a small pot and you will plant the stick in it. You will need scissors, but also colored ribbons. If you don't have ribbons, you can simply cut strips of fabric. You will need a rubber band and some flowers. They can be freshly picked. Or you can use a rubber band with flowers like I do. You will attach it at the top of your stick. There you go. That's all you need to create your little maple. And the first step is very simple. Attach your rubber band to the top of the stick. Make sure to tighten the rubber band, but not too much either, because you will slip in both the ribbons and the flowers in order to create a crown of flowers at the top of your maple. Okay, so now you just have to pick ribbons long enough for your stick, then your flowers. They just have to be colorful to transform the stick into, ta-da, a maple. Now all that's left to do is plant your tree in its pot filled with soil. Plant it in its center so that your maple finds its balance. You can then unfurl the ribbons. You can later roll them up for a love ritual, for example. That's it. Your mini maple is now ready for your altar, and we are now ready to light the candles and start our ritual. Now that your altar is full of Beltane's blessings and energy, why not take the opportunity to perform a ritual that will amplify its benefits? You can pray to the goddess you celebrate or invoke the god you honor. For this first video, let's do a simple ritual in which I will give an example of a prayer, then of an invocation. If your altar is outside, feel free to take off your shoes and connect to the regenerating energy flow of Beltane. To start the ritual, you will need a strong action. You can, for example, place a candle in front of the deity your altar celebrates and light it up. You can also clap your hands or ring a bell. You can place your stones, light your incense, or place your offerings in front of your deity while reciting a prayer addressed, for example here, to Sir Nunos. O Sir Nunos, Lord of Nature, I pray to you. Make me strong like the forest, vibrant like the tree. Help me to grow, watch over me. You can also invoke your deity. Invocation is the process of actually calling into yourself the energetic spirit of a particular god form or other entity. You become an open channel through which the summoned spirit can come in and make itself manifest in the mundane physical world. We'll use Flora as an example here. Charming Flora, honor me and make me bloom. Let your spirit come into my earth. May I be enveloped in your beauty and bliss. These examples of prayer and invocation can be changed according to your needs and desires. Now that your ritual is over, stay focused and meditate in silence in front of your altar. When you feel the ritual is complete, thank the deity. Then blow the candle out, or ring your bell or clap your hands to end your ritual. Now that you feel in tune with Beltane's energy flow, let's take this opportunity to draw some cards thanks to a special spread I created for Beltane. I suggest a 4 cards drawing that you can do either with an oracle or a tarot. As for me, I will use both a tarot, the White Newman, and an oracle, the Magic and Medium one. I will draw 3 cards from the tarot and conclude with a card from the oracle. The first card represents fire. This card will give you information on what must be burned, what must be gotten rid of, what must be purified on a physical level. The second card represents water. It will reflect what must be nourished and cultivated on an emotional level. The third card will designate the light. This card shows you what must be enlightened, what must be revealed on a psychological level. The fourth and last card represents blooming. This card will designate the blossoming that may stem from each action encouraged by the fire, the water, and the light cards. Feel free to take a picture of this spread, to write down your comments about it in order to read them again as Litha approaches. You will see how well you made the most of each advice of this Beltane spread, and if this blooming occurred. Here you go. I hope you got everything you need to create your own altar. Please don't be shy and share with me the pictures of your altar and your mini maple. I will publish them in the next video about Lita, at the end of the next video about Lita. And please, if you can like this video, share this video, comment it, and follow me, please do it. That's the first time I'm doing this. It's really a great experience for me, but it took me a lot of time and a lot of money too, let's be honest. So if you can help me, you get a description in the description of this video, PayPal me link, and you can give a small donation in order for me to keep doing those videos, the 7 videos that are left, because I'm doing the French version and it's the first time for me to try in English. I don't know if my English is good enough. You will tell me about that. And I wanted to thank first Llewellyn Edition, because I could use their book, and you can find the link of this book in the description of this video. I wanted to thank Lexir Witchery for this really nice wool of the year, and Azo Herbalajax for a crazy amazing world with this corn doll, and you will discover more about her in the next video because she creates corn dolls for each Sabbath. I also want to thank Dubrovich Art for a beautiful and amazing statue of Flora, and you can find any god or goddess you need on her website on Etsy, and you will have a small gift if you give her the code Beltane. It will mean that you come from me. I also wanted to thank the amazing artist Annette. I'm a big fan of hers. Her work is really nice and she has a lot of different goddesses, so check it out. Let's not forget about the beautiful crystals and stone coming from Hello Nature Affair. You will find anything you need for Beltane and you will have a discount if you say the code which is in the description of this video. And let's thank Voron Wood on Etsy too for her beautiful lunar grid for my crystals. Here you go, you got everything you need, I hope. I hope this video was pleasant, and I wish you, to all of you, a really good celebration of Beltane, and I hope to meet you for Litha in the few weeks. Take care of yourself and take care of each other.